Hello, Mamaroneck families, and welcome back to episode 4 of our Mam K Reads video series, Literacy at Home. I am Kelsey Cohen, Literacy Ambassador and District Library Coordinator. The changes that COVID-19 has brought to our daily lives has resulted in a lot of uncertainty and anxiety for adults and children. Tending to children's mental well-being is more important than ever before. One way to do that is to read to them daily. Listen as Homic's teacher, Lisa Ramos Hilligers, describes the emotional connection she felt when read to as a child.
I was fortunate to grow up in a house with a mom who was a voracious reader. We had bookshelves in our house full of things from mystery to romance. And I really especially remember the times that my mom would come home from these super long days of work and she would just sit next to us. And it was the only time I had to be close to my mom in the day. And she would read aloud to us. I also cherish the moments that my dad would read aloud and my mom couldn't. Even in his most thick Spanish accent, he would make these characters just come to life in a way that I think wasn't my mom's reading style. And I was very fortunate to have both of those readers in my house. We know that reading aloud has so many literacy benefits, but it goes way beyond that. When you read aloud to children, it forges a connection with that child, and it's an emotional connection. And I think that's a great thing to have when you're thinking about reading. I try to invoke that in the classroom when I read aloud to students. And with my own children at home, I really try to make sure that read aloud is just a part of our daily routine. I appreciate the closeness. I think they like it too. Whether I am going back to one of my old childhood favorites, like A Pocket for Corduroy, or I'm trying to invoke all the silly voices of characters like my dad, whether it's in English or in Spanish. I try to make that part of each single day of my life.
Writer and researcher Jim Trelease described this connection perfectly when he said, "The sound of your voice is a beacon of calmness, conditioning the child to associate you and the book with security." Lisa also reminds us that reading aloud should be fun, playful, and interactive. Use silly voices and invite children to turn the book's pages, say a repeated phrase throughout the book, and share their ideas of what the characters should do next in the story. Encourage children to return to their favorites. Returning to a predictable book with familiar characters, problems, and settings can be comforting to children and will also increase their fluency. They may discover new meaning and make new connections while revisiting favorites. These are some books to consider reading and revisiting with your child. All of these are available through the District Library Resources, EPIC, and Sora. If you need help accessing these or any of our other online resources, please reach out to your child's school librarian. We would love to hear about and see pictures of your family's literacy experiences at home and answer any questions you have about supporting your child's literacy development during this time. Please reach out to us at mamkreads@mamkschools.org.